Hi everyone, welcome to another tutorial. It's been a while since I did my last one and just thought it's high time I did some again. Given what is going on in the world at the moment, I thought I've been doing some samples, and yes, I have come back to work. I started June 15, even though we were given the go-ahead May 16th. I just thought, no, I'll just wait a little bit longer, so I did. In the meantime, I've gotten on to press-on nails, and I've been doing a few sets of those, and then I decided, yeah, well, I've come back, but not all of my clients have come back, but that's okay. Well, I thought, I'll just keep going. Thankfully, I've got quite a few people who motivate me and inspire me. One of those is Miss Jodie Alcorn. Thank you so much, honey. I've just had, I've got so many ideas because I'm an ambassador for Foilicious, and I've just had so many ideas. And I said to her the other day, I just don't know. I'm just like, I have no idea what to do. And so she sent me a picture of a 3-tiered cake server, and the colours in that were like a jadey green, like a pale green with some white, and it looked very vintage, really pretty. So I had a look in my stash of foils, and I came across this lovely blue one with the pink flowers from for the Foilicious Vintage Florals collection. There's 10 different ones in that collection, but this one is so pretty, and I thought I'll combine it. And from that inspiration photo, I thought I'll do something, and I did. So I did these ones, and I did post them, and people have been asking, but how did I get them like this? So I thought I'd do a tutorial and show you guys. So the first thing I did was I had a look at all my colours that I had, and my pinks were okay, but my blues, they'd be like too warm, too yellowy blue, too bluey blue, too whatever. And I found one from another brand, and I thought, okay, but I needed to mix some white into it, and I matched it fairly well with, with the foil colour background. So what I did was I painted these. I did a couple of coats, and then I applied a thin coat of the seriously sticky foil gel. Cured that for 30 seconds, took them out and allowed them to cool down a little bit. We've found that it does work better, so if you do that. Some foils will transfer regardless, whether you do allow it to cool, whether you take it straight out of the lamp, and some would, don't. So it just depends on the foil and how it transfers, and the type of material that the foil image is printed on also makes a difference. So anyway, so these have cooled. And so what I did was, like I said, I've mixed up my blue, I painted it. I had already had the pink, so I've painted that. But I always leave some on my palette because I go back in there so that I can patch up and camouflage the lines if there are any lines there from transfer. So that's how I do it, and I'll just demonstrate what I mean. So I'm going to go with the blue one. I'll just put the pink one down so I don't contaminate it. So I'll go with the blue one, and this is the image. So I'll do it the same approximately. So I don't, because I only wanted it on part of the surface, I didn't want the whole foil all over. So what I do is I approximately kind of sorta, because it's not see-through, you can't really see, but I kind of get it, say, on there. So it's on there now, and I'm just pressing, I think I better take it off its stand. I'm just pressing what I want to be transferred. I don't have to press the entire product down. So I'm kind of rubbing, but mostly pressing down, if that makes sense. And I will lift the foil just to see what I've gotten up to. And if I'm happy with what's transferred down, I will lift it completely and take it off. You'll see in a minute what I mean, and I can see most of it has transferred down. Don't rush it. And don't fret if you've got some of it somewhere where you didn't want it to be. It doesn't matter, because you'll see what I mean in a minute. So I've gotten most of that image down and I'm pretty happy with it. Some of it wants to misbehave, but that's okay. I'll just keep going. I'm just gently pressing, gently and not gently. It's hard to describe, but yeah. So I wanted some of those little blooms coming through as well. So I'll just have a look. See, that didn't come through. If it doesn't, you can go back down, like place it back on again, which I did do yesterday when I was doing this, and do it again. It doesn't matter. I kind of sort of press the image fairly close. There we go. Now see how that didn't all transfer? Doesn't matter. I'm being careful not to touch certain areas. So I'm going to pop this part down, back down again, fairly close, because once you finish it, see, once you finish it, you won't know, you can't tell. Now what I can see from this, I'll just pop that down there again if I can. Oops. There. Okay, so that's it there. Then what I do, pop that aside, is there are certain parts that you can kind of see. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there are certain parts that you can see just, it's a pretty good blend, I'm impressed, that you can kind of see like a bit of a jagged bed, and there's some bits that I'm not really fussed on. So what I do is I go back into my paint and I start blending through. And I'm using my brush fairly dry-ish. Now I'm probably going to end up doing 2 coats. Once your top coats go on, you really won't be seeing all these little bits and bobs, like little flaws that are in there. You see what I mean? So I like those little blooms, so I'm going to leave those there. I'm going to do away with this top section up here. It's really, really, really lightly, I'm just lightly painting. Okay, so I'm going to pop that into the lamp for its 30-second cure. I'm now going to go to the pink one, which people are going to go, how are you going to get away with this one? Which is what I did yesterday as well. So we might do it this way, I think. Okay, same thing. I just kind of figure out where I want it roughly. So I'll place it there. But again, I'm not pressing it on all of the design. Okay. Just what I want to transfer. Just little bits. Okay. So I'm checking again to see what has transferred and what hasn't. Okay, that's not bad. That's pretty good. But there's all that blotchy blue there, and I don't want it there. So I'm going to clean my brush. Just wiping it down. I normally put it in some clear gel and clean it. I never use the alcohol swipey solution because it will affect your bristles. So I grab my pink, same thing, and I just start lightly blending. With the pink you will need maybe a couple of coats, but that's okay, or your contrast colour. And I used to do this with the water decals as well. And sometimes if I do any designs with my water decals, I will do it and just go over it and paint like this. So I'm taking it all the way to the edges because I don't want any lines there. This one will need 2 to 3 coats, but that's okay. Not fussed about it. All right. Just put some more on there. Okay, I'll pop this one into the lamp and keep going with this one. So that's that one kind of sort of done. So as you can see, that's a pretty good blend with this one. When you have a similar or like colour, and you can't even see where the edge of the foil design finished off, really. You can leave it like this, or you can do another coat. I probably would do one more coat, but because I want to move on to the next step, I won't. So the next thing that I did, which was what I did on that one, was I gave it a coat of matte. Now the matte that I use is again by Foilicious, and this one is an amazing, amazing top coat. So I'll quickly pop a coat of that on. With the tips, when I do press-ons, I kind of paint from 2/3 to one edge and then flip it around and then do it again the other way, just so that you don't have a lip. And you'll see what I mean. And the reason why I've put the matte top coat on is because I'm going to paint those little flourishes on there. So that's that done. This one I cure for 60 seconds. Here's our other one out. So I'll pop that in. Okay, back to our pink. So this kind of adds a little bit of dimension too to it, I'm seeing, and I don't mind it. And because I'm going to paint the flourishes, I kind of disguise it and paint on those areas, which makes it all blend and fuse nicely together. It's just that why I like doing this is because I just didn't like that cutout look. That you put down an image and yeah, you can see the outline, and I'm like, oh, well, what can I do to get away from that? So I thought, oh, I'm just going to try with a little bit of gel polish colour or even gel paints, and that's what I did. And the last year or so, if I have done any images like this, that's what I've done to them, whether it's through foils or water decals. So I've just smoothed this all over so that it's just got a beautiful transition from the background colour to the pink. Like so. Okay, so I'll pop that into the lamp for its 30-second cure. Bring our little friend out. This mat is an incredible product. I had my last set on, before I had these ones, my last set that I had on was a set of press-ons, and I had on both hands, I think, but definitely my left hand, 2 nails had the matte top coat on. I had those press-ons for 4 weeks, nothing happened to my mat. It didn't go shiny, it didn't go streaky, it didn't do anything. It was like you see it here, velvety smooth and just perfect. So from here I did the flourishes. Okay, once I finished the flourishes, I applied my little gemstone with a bit of structural gel and no wipe top coat, which is this one. This is the no wipe top coat I used from Foilicious again, and just glossed the lot and popped my little gem on first, of course, and then popped it in for its full cure for 60 seconds. And that's how I did those. For this one, again, I did my matte top coat, and then I applied the little flourishes there and the dotting that I did with a dotting tool. Put some structural gel where I wanted to put my little crystals, popped my no wipe top coat on, popped the crystals on, and cured that for 60 seconds. So yeah, that's how I did it. Hope that's been helpful to you guys, and if you have any questions, just let me know. Thank you for watching.